Israel was Hitler's bastard offspring. Now I'm speaking as a member of Jewish Network for Palestine, and what we've seen is this great concern by the Metropolitan Police and others with anti-Semitism. You know, it's actually quite strange. I was arrested on the 4th of October 2024 by the Met for comparing Israel to Nazi Germany, or maybe Nazi Germany to the Zionists. I'm not quite sure which way round. October the 4th was the 88th anniversary of the Battle of Cable Street, when the Metropolitan Police tried to force thousands of fascists through the Jewish East End. They haven't changed. They were institutionally racist then, and they are institutionally racist now. The only difference is that Jews are the moral alibi for imperialism. Don't anyone ever think that what's happening in Palestine has anything really to do with being Jewish. It has to do with the interest of imperialism, which is to plunder and destroy the Middle East and to appropriate its oil for the benefit of Exxon, Mobil and all the rest of the oil companies. Now I was also arrested, it's quite a year for arrests really, on December the 20th, 2023. I'd only just gone to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning when I was awoken by a banging, and quite groggily I opened the door to find a dozen police or so there to tell me I was being arrested on suspicion of supporting a proscribed organisation on the basis of a tweet I had posted a month before. This is the lengths, in a sense, and it was under the Terrorism Act 2000, because what we're having is that the Terrorism Act is being used in order to stifle free speech on Palestine. I'm not the only one. Sarah Wilkinson, Richard Medhurst, and Richard Barnard, and a whole number of other people have been arrested under the Terrorism Act. And this is a complete abuse of terrorism legislation. We know what terrorism is. It's planting bombs in markets. It's stabbing people for no reason. It's dropping bombs from on high, 2,000-pound bombs on civilian populations. If anyone is a terrorist, of course it's the Israeli state, which was born in terrorism. It's certainly not the Palestinians. When they say, well, Hamas is prescribed, it may be prescribed, but that doesn't make it a terrorist organisation. Palestinians have the right to resist an occupation that's gone on 57 years in Gaza or 76 years in Palestine as a whole. That is an international law right, and no one will be able to take it away from them. And you know, in one of the reasons why I got arrested, I said I compared Zionism to the Nazis, and in fact in 2019 at the Palestine Expo conference in London, I came out and said that Israel was Hitler's bastard offspring. And the Jewish Chronicle picked up on this, and it was notorious anti-Zionist, says it yet again. But the reality is that Israel is as obsessed with racial purity, Jewish racial purity, as Nazi Germany was. And I'll say something else, that whereas Hitler and the Nazis never managed to persuade the majority of German people about anti-Semitism, the level of racism in Israel is actually far, far higher than it was in Nazi Germany. That was why the final solution was a secret and took place in Poland. Auschwitz was in Poland, and so were the extermination camps. Whereas what's happening today is being live streamed in Israel and elsewhere. And the majority of Israeli people, I'm afraid to say, support it, because their attitude to the Palestinians is summed up in the most popular car bumper sticker, finish them off. Zionism, in a sense, is quite truly the reflection and the victory of the Nazis. And we know, and I've written a book on it, that during the Holocaust, the Zionist movement opposed any anti-Nazi action whatsoever. They don't like BDS, boycott, divestment and sanctions. Well, in 1933, Jewish people and the Labour movement organised a boycott of Nazi Germany. But the Zionists were dead set opposed to it. It was called Havara, for the simple reason they wanted to profit from the rise of Hitler, not stop him. And in fact, 60% of the investment in Jewish Palestine between 1933 and 1939 was from Nazi Germany. So in a sense, Hitler played a major part in building the state we have today. So no one should be surprised at the outcome that we're seeing in Gaza today. I want to thank you. I am up for anyone who's interested. I shall be at the Old Bailey on the 31st of this month, charged with Section 12 of the Terrorism Act 2000. I shall of course be pleading not guilty, and there are others who are in the same situation. But whatever happens to me, we will still continue the fight until Palestine is free. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony Greenstein. The book, Zionism During the Holocaust, is available on Amazon. So Tony was our only speaker today, but he is